Yes, people. We are back on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel for another Manchester United match reaction. Brentford 3, Manchester United 1. Another loss for Manchester United. Another terrible performance for Manchester United. Another terrible performance from the manager for Manchester United. And why are Manchester United delaying the inevitable? Why is Amorim still in charge? Why is this manager still here? Everything points and states that this manager is not good enough. But before I continue that, because I'm always doing analysis, whether it's on match reactions, whether I'm getting asked questions in live streams on here, whether I'm on other people's channels and I've got other hosts, other panelists asking me questions, or people from the chat asking me questions as well. I want to know from the people who thought this season was going to be good, what went wrong? This ain't even a told you so moment. I'm not looking for that. I'm asking you lot the question. For everyone that questioned me, for everyone that said how wrong I was, this isn't even an I told you so moment. I want to know what went wrong. What's not happened this season that you thought was going to happen? I want a list of things because we were supposed to be so much better. New players was supposed to help us massively. Getting rid of players was supposed to help us massively. Pre-season, because we were better in pre-season, I was told that was supposed to help us massively. Training, that was supposed to help us massively. The fact, what was the other one as well? There's one more I'm missing. Oh yeah, 1 game a week. That was another one as well. 1 game a week. Those 5 things I've just mentioned were supposed to help us massively. New players, players being sold, pre-season, training, 1 game a month. So what? So again, people, I'm genuinely asking. I'm not being a sarcastic asshole here. I genuinely want to know what went wrong. And that isn't for the people who knew what was on the horizon. Because I ain't no genius and I could see it. So it's for the people who thought this season was going to go well. It's for the people who have only just turned around in the past couple weeks. Also for the people who are still back in this, for the people who had so much to say after the Chelsea game. Bear in mind, we 2.5 minutes in, just over 2.5 minutes in. I not even spoke about the game in itself. In regards to the game, Amorim, horrible lineup. Like I said, I could criticize the manager. I thought the players were all terrible as well. I don't think anybody in particular was good, but there's a ceiling, there's a cap. It's miserable. Everybody's miserable. I think the manager's miserable, the players are miserable, and the fans are miserable. It's just a dark cloud surrounded over Manchester United. You know, like in Mario Kart, when you get hit with the cloud and your character goes small and you can't drive fast. Like that's why it is just 24/7 surrounding Manchester United. In regards to the game, horrible lineup. Horrible lineup from the manager. Bayern there in goal, which we'll get to. Maguire out there, Shaw out there, Agate with Bruno. Recipe for disaster. Recipe for disaster with Bayern there, Shaw, Maguire, Bruno, Agati, that 5. I thought Cunha and Bremo were terrible. They were also terrible as well. Sesko did well for the goal. Outside of that, we just stopped giving him service, to be honest, and stop actually giving him things to giving him the ball. Like I can't remember long passes to him where I could say, oh, he lost out aerially or he didn't hold the ball up well and things of that nature. But the first goal just sums up Manchester United in multiple ways. When I talk all the time about individual mistakes, or should I say not only individual mistakes, but multiple mistakes costing us the goal. But normally it's on the pitch and I'll dissect it and analyze a goal. This stems from the manager because one, Maguire shouldn't be out there. And we know Maguire is not good enough and Maguire will get criticized and rightfully so, but we know Maguire is not good enough. So therefore that falls on the manager. You've managed Harry Maguire for long enough. You know his level. You know he's going to cost us goals. So the fact that he's out there, I am crashing on Ruben Amorim more so because you know his levels. Same way I'm going to do that with the keeper later. But what makes it worse about Maguire being out there, not only do we know his level and know he's not good enough, the fact that he's back in this side simply because Euro, quote unquote, made the mistake against Manchester City. Because let's just cast back to the Manchester Derby people, the Phil Foden goal, where he ran off the captain, you know, the leader, legend, best signing since Cantona, the guy that, where would we be without him? That's who it was. Remember when Foden ran off him and scored the goal, and Bruno blamed Euro. Euro has then been dropped since and didn't play against Chelsea and didn't play today. So not only the fact is it wrong to drop, let's say even if Euro was at fault for the goal, which he wasn't, you shouldn't drop him because he's actually been playing well beforehand. And then you drop him mainly probably because you probably blame him too and you believe Bruno in what he said. So the fact that Maguire's out there, that's when I talk about the individual mistakes perspective. Absolutely ludicrous. So not only has Euro been unfairly dropped, you're now playing a player who should not be playing anyway. And then he cost you for the first goal. Basics, long ball over the top. Like long ball over the top, trying to play a high line with Harry Maguire. And if that's any defender with any form of pace, even if he is out of position, he can get back. Maguire can't. Great finish as well by Thiago. Great finish on his weaker side. The second goal, just a clusterfuck of mistakes. Just like how's a long ball again? Long ball United struggle to deal with, and a player can chest it down. I know Delit's got to get closer to him there and tackle him. Then the Brentford player, I can't even remember who it was, runs off the left-hand side. I don't know where Dalot is. I don't know what's going on. I didn't see that. I've not seen the goal back in regards to the build-up. Then it's a cross goal. Sheik was saying he reckons Bayern should do better. I don't really think so. But again, runners, something we struggle with. Runners into the box. If you are direct and aggressive and run at pace and a purpose with Manchester United, you will get success. City did it with Foden, and you've seen it today. Same way Foden just waltzed it, direct running into the box. Today, their second goal, direct running into the box. And then we 2-0 down. Got back in it. Like I said, pleased for Sesko to get his goal, to be honest. And it was a bad Agate pass. Dorgu crosses it in. And Bremo crashes into the goalkeeper. A couple rebounds, and then Sesko scores. And then we back in the game. But again, poor performance. Second half, Bruno misses a penalty. Bruno misses it. And he can't even do that. That's the one thing surefire with Bruno. I always state that I'm like, all right, good penalty taker. And he's now missed another penalty on top of having a terrible game as well. And it's just, that the penalty miss just sums up his overall game. Because had he have scored and we're back in the game at 2-2, or if we get back to 2-2 and win the game 3-2, people are praising him. Too much results-based analysis. Watch his overall performance. Again, he wasn't the only one. I thought he was all terrible. I put it this way, I think Mbeumo and Cunha were worse. And they were worse. I thought they was awful. And I expect more from them as well. Then we're 2-1 down. You could argue Xerxes had a decent header. Delit had one that went wide as well. But I'm clutching at straws. Why are we not playing well against Brentford? Why are we not peppering the goal? Why is it individual brilliance that's creating anything in its crosses? And then what happened after that? Maino gives the ball away. We're chasing the game. He gives the ball away. Poor. They break on us, and then Bayern. And I said this, that whenever Bayern, now Lamens is here, anytime Bayern makes a mistake, I am looking at the manager first. You are to blame for this. This is on Ruben Amorim. You know why? Because you know Bayern is not good enough. Very much like the Maguire situation. It's the exact same thing. The same way you know Harry Maguire is not good enough, you know Bayern is not good enough. And I said this, the next time he makes a mistake, I'm looking at the manager first, because you have a goalkeeper that's been brought in for you. Whether you rate him or not, he's an unknown. What we do know is that Bayern is nowhere near good enough. Therefore, he should not be playing. We watched him last season be terrible. And I actually thought he made some great saves today, to be honest. He actually did, Bayern. He made 2 very good saves in the first half, and he made a good one in the second half. You can criticize the Brentford finishing, but he still made the good saves. But that one, as soon as the goal's gone in, I'm like, yeah, that's gone down the center of the goal. It's been caught very, very well. The strike is a very, very good strike, but it's right down the middle of the goal, people. It's right down the middle of the goal, and it's not gone the roof of the net. It's not gone the roof of the net. It's literally down the middle of the goal from Jensen. And that's on Bayern, but we know Bayern is a shocking goalkeeper. So poor goalkeeper makes poor goalkeeper mistake. I'm looking at you. 2 of the 3 goals we've conceded from an individual perspective are 2 players who should not be playing. And that falls at the manager. And then back to the board as well. This is why I said at the start, delaying the inevitable, delaying the sacking. Why? And all that hope, optimism, and nonsense delusions left the building now after that Chelsea game. Maresca gave us that game. You not get that miss. He was our biggest ally. Maresca was the main reason Manchester United beat Chelsea last week. And you see it again today. And when everyone's performing poorly, new players are performing poorly, our better players are performing poorly, average players performing poorly, and our poor players performing even worse. Falls at the manager. When you have an entire workforce that is all underperforming, it falls at the manager. So yeah, another loss, people. We move on to Sunderland. That's definitely not going to be an easy game, but they won't sack him. But I've been saying it November, man. That quartet after the international break, Liverpool away, Brighton at home, Nottingham Forest away, Tottenham Hotspur away. That signals the end right there. But hey, make sure you leave a like on the video, please. Make sure you drop a comment as well, because I want to know what went wrong, man. From all them people like who thought we was going to have a good season, I genuinely want to know what has gone wrong. And make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell here on Sarcasm City TV, and subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Clips channel. Big up. I'm out. Share across all socials as well.